So lately we read an article about employment, and it covered, every aspect of employment in depth, where one of the aspect was female employment and how, female employment, the structure where females are transferring from regular salaried jobs to actually doing their own entrepreneurship. But that is also not a very well paid off thing. But for them, it is just a, thing which is not paying them enough, but they are switching from regular salary to going to their own entrepreneurship skills and boosting them. So hi everyone, welcome back to Equipoise classes. I am Surbhi Gupta, and in these videos we pick up topics from newspaper directly and read it to understand, the author's point of view, and also to get the gist of the article and how to read newspaper. So welcome back, and today I read another article which was basically an interlinkage to that article that I have quoted, and I'll link it somewhere here in the I button. And today we are talking of how it is important for the government to go ahead with the female entrepreneurship and boost that in our economy, because government should focus on the market linkages and the ways to finance it, because female are moving towards this entrepreneurship and sole businesses rather than doing the regular salary job. And what are the reasons we discussed in detail in that article. So I would urge you to go and read that article, or probably watch my video which I have where we have discussed employment in detail, that what is the current status of employment in our economy. Because recently periodic labor force survey data released, and there was huge, like, very in-depth article on employment, where one of the aspects was gender employment and how females and males are performing in employment sector. So there we read it, and now I found it like to be interconnected with that. So I thought it's better to bring it, so that we know that what is happening, and how if females are moving away from regular salaried jobs, so where they are moving, we should boost that particular thing and help them to further flourish. So that is the agenda. Let's quickly start reading, and yeah, I'll just take the pen. I've already highlighted some points, but yeah. So government must focus on market linkages and access to finance, and I'll zoom it a bit more. Okay, so the number of female entrepreneurs has grown in India, which with proactive government support, but the growth has been patchy and slow and needs to be accelerated. Okay, in this regard, DSB Bank India and CRISIL recently released a report, the third one in its Women and Finance series. So Women and Finance series it has, and it's the third report, which contains useful insights regarding the experience of self-employed women entrepreneurs across 10 major cities. Okay, Indian cities, women-owned enterprises, which stand at a modest of 20% of all the businesses. So all the businesses are there, 20% are women-centric or women-owned, are expected to constitute a significant 33% by 2030. It is anticipated that this growth will translate into substantial increase in the number of women-owned enterprises from 13.5 to 15.7 million in 2016 to 31.5 million by 2030, almost doubled. Okay, in this respect, the future potential impact of women-led businesses on Indian economy is noteworthy. So if we are focusing on Indian economic growth, Viksit Bharat, achieving that agenda of converting India from a developing economy to a developed economy by 2047, you know that women-centric enterprises will play a major role, right? So we need to focus on them starting now. Okay, so that is the thing. While the findings of the report are limited to women working in urban areas, they suggested myriad opportunities and challenges faced by female entrepreneurs in today's ecosystem. It has basically mentioned all the challenges. It is assumed that the problems faced by rural women entrepreneurs are generally more severe. Obviously, rural sector mein problems would be more severe than those that urban female entrepreneurs confront. Notably, 82% of women-led enterprises are micro units. 82%, majority are micro-led enterprises, in essentially sole proprietorships and concentrated in the informal sector. They are still not in the formal sector. Okay, the report underscores the percolation of digitization with an increased proportion of self-employed urban women using unified payment interface, corporate credit cards, and other digitized banking services. Around 73% of self-employed women surveyed preferred receiving payments digitally from customers, and 87% use digital payment methods to meet their business expenses. So that means women-led enterprises and women are focusing and using digitization to the core, majority of them. So for women entrepreneurs, digital payments can speed up business registration, reduce transfer time on payment, and improve their interactions with clients, vendors, financial institutions. Additionally, as reflected in the report, 26% of self employed women have female members on their boards, reflecting their commitment to gender diversity and inclusion. Because if a woman is leading an enterprise, she knows that what a woman is capable of, and they will get women on board, and they know the problems, they know everything, they know that how a woman has to find and strike a balance between a personal life and their professional life. But at the same time, being a woman, I know for sure that if a woman decides, to strike that balance and hit hard, so even with less time in hand, so absolute time, quantity wise, if a woman and a man is giving, both giving like 7 hours, so if a man is giving like 10 hours to a job and a woman is only giving 6 hours to a job, she will complete 10 hours of a man's work in 6 or 5 hours. She's that capable, because a woman is a multitasker. Okay, any day she has that capability of handling and managing their homes at the same time, work. And how productive, how efficient women are, I can truly, like, I am, I definitely will be little biased, but I know that this is the case, which is why women entrepreneurs prefer women workers on board, right? So however, female entrepreneurs face numerous challenges as they struggle to balance family responsibility with entrepreneurial pursuits. Obviously it's difficult, but they understand, because it is difficult for them, so they understand that how difficult it is for the other women as well, right? So gender biases and unequal access to resources act as a formidable barrier, impeding their access to funding, networks, and market insights. The report's findings suggest a large proportion of women are risk averse. They're not very risk taking, okay, they are little risk averse, and rely on traditional sources of financing to fund their businesses venture. For pledging collateral, they turn to personal assets, with 28% leveraging personal properties and 25% turning to gold. Only 3% use shares as collaterals. So about 65% of self-employed women have not taken business loans. 65% of them don't, because they are risk averse. Of them, about 39% rely on personal savings to fund their enterprise, while the rest depend on financial assistance from family and friends. On personal finance, the report finds women allocate 45% of their investment in safer options like saving accounts and gold, and not, mutual funds in the bond market or the share market, right? So yeah, there's a significant awareness gap regarding government schemes, pushing women not only to seek financial support from banks, but also support in navigating government schemes, assistance in digitizing financial processes, and desire for mentorship. So the government must therefore focus on market linkage and mentoring to support entrepreneurship. Apart from access to finance and skilling, specific schemes tailored to the needs of women entrepreneurs, including flexible loan is very important, collateral free options, integration in global market, mentorship networks can help nurture entrepreneurial ambitions of a woman. So with that, this article has finished, but the crux of this article, as far as I understood, is that women are constituting 20% of the businesses, all the businesses that are happening in India today. 20% of them are women owned, and by 2030 it would be 33%, and by 2047, till the time we are aiming to be Viksit Bharat, it will be in huge numbers. So it is important to focus on their needs and focus on them separately. So the policies that you're making for every business is good, okay, but for women owned businesses or for women entrepreneurs who are growing in number and proportion in India, and who will further boost Indian economy as and when the time comes. So it is important that you take care of their specific needs. So if they are risk averse, provide them that kind of a loan and provide them that kind of support. Help them, mentor them, guide them to further navigate the schemes, so that they lead the path, and then they lead economy to grow further. And I think with that we would wrap up this session, and I really hope it was useful in some or the other way. Do like and share the video if you found it any useful to you, and if you think that it could be useful to others as well. Also, special mentions in caps that please subscribe to the channel. It hardly takes 10 seconds of yours, but it truly, truly means a lot to me. Every one subscription really, really means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Thank you for making Equipoise Classes what it is today. Nobody else than me can be ever so grateful for each and every one of you who's showing love and contribution in making Equipoise Classes the way it is today, and truly, truly believing in me. Thank you so much. And with that, take care, keep smiling, stay healthy, create that positive aura all around yourself. Cheer yourself for the festive vibes, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care and